Hello there, I'm Ariana Hunter, real estate broker and financial expert, and happy 2022. We're going to be talking about money resolutions and how to handle our money problems for this year. And well, I think I'm going to have a video segment and I'm going to give you the highlights today and the 5 topics that we'll be covering. The very first topic, and right now I'm just going to condense it, but I'm going to make a video that's a little more exposing the subject in a wider lens. But the major components that make your money, at least when it comes to your personal finances, not your investments so much, but your actual expenses, what it takes to keep you going and funding your life. Okay, so the very first thing that we will do is take a look at your spending. Basically, how much does it take to keep you running? Your basic needs, your houses, either your mortgage or rentals, anything that you need to make a monthly payment, such as transportation, if you're using Uber, if you have a car payment, insurance for that car, gas, food, either you purchase in the market or you eat out, and any monthly subscriptions, everything. I want you to get it. It's really simple in a piece of paper. You're gonna put what is essential really, what is not essential. Like you could live without Netflix or Amazon membership, that type of thing. But what basic needs, your basic needs first, and then you're gonna have your other indulgence, anything else such as subscriptions. And the major needs also include medical, shopping. That would like for clothing, we do need it. Um, but those are not all every month. Not everybody shops monthly. Some people shop only seasonal. So just calculate how much how often, or how much it would take. So not to confuse you, very basic needs first, subscriptions next, and it should be expenses that are not all the time but are needed, such as what I mentioned: purchasing clothes, changing the oil in the cars, buying tires. Once you do that, then we're going to do with item 2, which is going to be your actually income. What is coming in? What is coming in monthly, weekly, daily, however you get paid. The third item we're going to look at is your actual credit card debts, things that are not tangible like that. Subscriptions and credit cards that are not essential to your living. Okay, there's just stuff that you bought and now you need to pay back. We need to know how much that takes each month. Then we're going to talk about taxes. And taxes are important because you want to know if you're going to be in what side of the transaction you're going to be in, if you're going to be receiving money or if you're going to be paying the IRS or the government. In the final item we're going to talk about is emergency funds, and that is to create emergency money set aside for an emergency. Usually the way most people handle it is through ways: either they have their money saved aside, already knowing that the emergency will appear and you have the money aside. You will have or a Visa, MasterCard, put it on your credit card, but having that credit available. You would either approach family and friends, or you will go to one of these cash weekly places. Okay, and that's the worst scenario, the last one. So, and because you don't have those funds right away, so that is what we're gonna take a look. The basic needs you cannot really do without. You could strategize, and the whole point is be as realistic as possible as what you will tolerate and what you will not tolerate. If there's some things that are basic for you, that's fine. We just want you to be completely honest with yourself, because it doesn't work because it's catered to you, into your lifestyle. In the way we're going to do it in that order is because we need to see first survival, second what income is coming in, or how we're getting our money to pay for this survival. Third is debt that is holding us back, from having the money to be used in investments, and we need to target that to see how we're going to pay for it. Then we're going to talk about taxes, and because we need to know if we're maximizing our tax brackets and everything that is related to taxes. Because if you do not know what you're doing, either you're paying too much, you're not paying enough, or you're not getting enough. And this is the time of year that if you do it correctly, hopefully you will have some money back, and you'll be able to use the money to fund the emergency fund, so you are not trying to put it together. Okay, as you can imagine right now, I have not even talked about savings because we haven't got there yet. This is going to be the 5 major components before you can even tackle savings. Savings is super important, because the only reason, well, of course there's many reasons, but the major reason is that you want to have the money ready to go for yourself. And that's what the savings is for. In case you have an emergency that you must be somewhere physically, you need to take an airplane, or you need to fix something, a water pipe burst, something major that you cannot wait, and you need money. That is what the emergency fund is for. And savings is going to be, of course, for you and your future needs, but you cannot really start working on your savings if you cannot tackle the debt, because credit cards carry the highest interest rate. Now, I want to encourage you. I don't want to discourage you to, be overwhelmed, because it shouldn't be. Debts are just like eating and living. It's part of life. At least part of our modern life. In the past, it was different. And not everybody, but a very small percentage of people live without it. And that's okay. But we're talking to the general public, and for people who live with credit cards, and just learn to live with them and manage them to the best so they don't take over your life. Well, that's all the topics we're going to be covering for 2022, at least back to back. And if you want to check them out below, so we could go into detail of each subject and master your finances in 2022. I hope this has helped you. Till next time.